2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 5th of January, and it's National Bird Day. And a big happy birthday to Bradley Cooper, Robert Duvall, Jan Leeming, and Vinnie Jones. Tuesday saw another record-breaking Omicron day as the daily case numbers exceeded 200,000 for the first time. There were 218,724 cases, with 42 additional deaths announced. Boris was back in the Big Blue briefing room as a nation held its breath or coughed irritably. Would there be new restrictions, some new initiative to take the pressure off NHS trusts? Nope.
We can keep our schools and our businesses open, and we can find a way to live with this virus. But the weeks ahead are going to be challenging, both here in the UK and across the world.
He did announce that 100,000 critical workers have been identified, and for them, lateral flow tests will be made available daily from Monday. He also reminded the 9 million people who've not been vaccinated that it's still not too late to get the shot.
People are dying needlessly because they haven't had their jabs and they haven't had that booster. And there are 2 million booster slots available this week alone.
And he closed out by doubling down on Plan B with no sign of any new plan in sight.
But I do think that the balance of measures that we have is the right one. What we're saying is that you've got to stick with Plan B.
Labour leader Keir Starmer had a moment in the spotlight on Tuesday as he set out the Labour plan for 2022 at a speech in Birmingham. He started by reflecting on Labour's glory days and restating Labour's patriotic viewpoint.
These 3 chapters of change, Attlee, Wilson and Blair, made Britain a better country. We must be the people who write the 4th chapter, the people who create a new Britain in the 21st century. Nobody could look on that record and say that Labour is not a patriotic party.
He also says, as Labour remains ahead of the Conservatives in the polls, that they need to press home the difference between the two parties.
The Tory party is gearing up for a leadership fight. Meanwhile, the real problems that people face are just ignored. People are struggling. This government is simply turning away.
You may have heard of Theranos, not the finger-snapping guy, but a Silicon Valley unicorn, a company valued at $9 billion in 2013. Its secret sauce was a way to quickly provide accurate blood tests, but it turned out that was not in fact true. Founder and CEO Elizabeth Holmes has been on trial in the United States on 11 counts of fraud. She was cleared on 4 counts and found guilty on 4 others, and Theranos whistleblower Tyler Schultz, who helped to bring the empire down, was delighted at the guilty verdicts.
I'm definitely happy that she was found guilty for defrauding investors. I'm a little disappointed that she was found not guilty for defrauding the patients, who I think were the real victims. And, I did what I did. I stuck my neck out to help protect those patients, not to protect Betsy DeVos's $100 million investment. I'm happy that we got 4 guilty verdicts.
Prince Andrew's legal team were back in court in New York on Tuesday, trying to block the civil action taken by Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre. His legal team tried a number of arguments to have the case put aside, but Judge Lewis Kaplan, who said he appreciated the arguments and passion in court, gave no hint as yet which way he'll decide. He did say he'll decide soon, though. Lisa Bloom, defence lawyer for 8 of Epstein's victims, shared her predictions on an Instagram Live after the hearing concluded.
As I was listening in live and I could hear the argument, I could hear the Judge Lewis Kaplan in New York, very aggressively questioning Prince Andrew's attorney. And I think that means that he is not buying it. He's not having it. And I'm very optimistic for Virginia's case to go forward. So that's a good sign.
Still to come on the Smart 7, The Apprentice is about to return and the Romelu-Lukaku row at Chelsea is finally over. Right after this.
You're listening to the Smart 7. If you're enjoying it, you might also like the Smart 7 Ireland edition. Just search and follow us on your favourite podcast platform. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel had a dream start to his Chelsea career, winning the Champions League and building real momentum for the Blues. Things haven't gone quite as smoothly recently, though, with his team 10 points behind Man City in the race for the Premier League. But they face Spurs tonight in Carabao Cup action, and things have calmed down after a weekend row with Romelu Lukaku. The striker apologised to fans after he gave a controversial interview to Sky Italia, which saw him drop for the weekend game.
To the fans, I'm sorry for the upset that I caused. You guys know the connection that I have with this club since my teenage years, so I totally understand you guys being upset. Obviously, it's up to me now to restore your trust, and I'll do my best, show commitment every day on the training ground and in the games, trying to make sure that we win games.
It's been 2 years since we've had Lord Sugar glaring at us from behind his glass desk, but rejoice, the Apprentice is back. Yep, they've all shut down Zoom and put on suits and heels to bring us more of the crazy business jargon we've missed so much from Thursday nights. Matt Edmondson was let loose on the audition tapes, and going forward he's produced a dynamic and incisive strategic overview of some world-class, nonsense.
Stephanie, tell me about yourself.
I'm brutally honest. Like my sister says, it's my detriment.
Then answer me this, honestly, what do you think of my face?
Aesthetically to look at, it's beautiful.
A lot of people do say that. Well, listen, you're definitely on the show. I can't think of anything you could possibly say that would make me not trust you.
I have never drunk a cup of tea or coffee in my whole life.
Next!
If you're not familiar with toast, not the lightly rebaked bread, rather the legendary voiceover actor and man about town Toast of London, you might be in for a treat. Matt Berry's comic creation Stephen Toast has joined the BBC apparently after 3 years on Channel 4, but he's also taken off for Hollywood in a brand new series, Toast of Tinseltown. It's on BBC Two and iPlayer, and yes, it does feature Clem Fandango.
Hooray for Hollywood! You're going to Tinseltown, Toast.
Everything's worked out dandy, Jane.
Guess who's landed a role in the latest Star Wars movie?
That's a streak of luck.
I'd say the party was a huge success. People love my character.
Some guys have all the luck.
This is the best moment of my life.
Hello, Stephen. This is Clem Fandango. Welcome to LA.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.